What's up? Today we are doing Yes. You will know if this is going to be in 2 parts because this video will be called Part 1. If it's not called Part 1, then I've done it in 1 part. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to do yet. So get tuned up to E standard and let's roll.
A few moments later.
So in editing this, I realized that this is going to be way too long to do in 1 video. This video is going to be from the intro to the solo, every single guitar part. First I'm going to do the lead, then I'm going to do the rhythm, and I'm going to do that the same with the next video. So if you're here for the solo specifically, then all you need to do is subscribe and hit that bell notification so that when the next video comes out with all that stuff, you'll get it straight away. But do not expect the solo in this video because it's not in here. So now I'm supposed to play you the part. I uploaded this video, I did all the editing, everything, and then YouTube immediately took it down because it broke copyright. It's kind of a real pain in the ass, but I'm just going to play you this sound. When you hear that, I'll have the timestamp for the song so you know exactly what to play through. I'm really sorry about that, but I can't do anything to help that. Okay, so the first part, it is played twice. It's pretty straightforward. First chord is 5 on the E, 4 on the A, and 6 on the G. Okay. High E and high B together. On the G string, 11, 13. Play the chord and then the high strings again. So it kind of does a little scratch in there. That chord is the same chord as this, just a semitone down, but you add in the 7th on the high E. So the actual frets on the strings are 4th on the low E, 3rd on the A, 5th on the G, and 7th on the high E. You keep your 5th on the G string there, and you bring your index finger up so you play 4-4 on the E and the B strings. Okay, the next part. That's 9-7-9 on the E, A, and D strings. And you do the same high B, 11-13 on the G string. That is 7, 6, 8 on the E, A, G string. So you're noticing a bit of a pattern here. This is kind of the repeated ideas over and over. That's just scratch, scratch. So that's 9-9 on the G, B strings, and you hammer up to the 11th on the G. Okay, so all together we've got okay, and then you repeat. So the only difference there is instead of going, you do slide up to the 9th fret on the high E. That's the first section done. You repeat that on the end and you just finish on the note before the section change. All right, section 2. So this part, it's a little bit confusing, but just take it easy and you get there. This first thing that happens when the section starts, it's played 4 times. All it is you bar the 14th frets on the G, B, and high E strings, and you hammer up to the 16th fret. And the little digga-diggas in the middle are the 14th fret on the B string. The start of it. Which chords are 11-11 on the A and D, 9-9 on the GB, with 12 on the high E. Next one's a B minor 7, 14 on the A, 16 on the D, 14 on the G, 15 on the B, and 14 on the high E. So. That last chord is 12 on the D, 13 on the G, 15 on the B, and 12 on the high E, all together. That last part, you just grab the 7th and 9th frets on the A and G strings, slide up 2 frets, slide back. And the really cool part, 5 5 on the E, 4 on the A, 6 on the D and G strings. Let them ring and play them like that. Hit the high B after it. Slide your the D and the G strings up to the 9th fret. After you've slid them up to the 9th fret, you grab the 7th fret on the B and E strings. You play a chord of 13, 13, 14 on the G, B, and high E strings. You hit up to the 16th fret on that high E. So all together. Okay, so all that last part is 17th on the G, 16th on the B, 20th on the high E. You hammer to the 21st, pull off down to the 20th on the pinky, and then you pull the pinky down to the 16th. So you want to bar these two notes at the start. Yeah, you 19 pull to 16 on the B. You hit the 17th on the G again, and then you hit the 17th on the high E. And then you want to hold those as a chord together. So all together we've got okay. Next part. Okay, that is 11 on the D, 13 on the G, 14 on the B, 12 on the high E. And just scratch it, so just take your fingers off a little bit, but don't play any particular notes. Move everything down 2 frets. That chord is 7 on the A, 6 on the D, 7 on the high E. Tap from the 14th to the 7th on the high E. Then you tap from the 14th to the 9th on the B. Then you tap and slide from the 16th to the 18th on the G. And then you pull off to the 6th fret on the G. So all together. You want to hold on to that one for a minute, give it a bit of vibrato, make it sound pretty. Pretty for all the ladies. And then it gets kind of to that noise part, which all you want to do is hold down the chord, and then it's all in the picking pattern. So hold down the notes, 15 on the A, 13 on the D, 14 on the G, 13 on the B, and 17 on the high E. So altogether that sounds like... Okay, and now how you play that, so after the... So you just kind of... It's supposed to be rough, so you just kind of hit the lower ones and move your way up to give it the sound of it kind of exploding into something different. Altogether, we've got... So after that, it changes to the... Same chord as in the intro, 9, 7, 9 on the E, A, D strings, open high E and B, 11, 13 on the G string, and then this is just a B minor 7 chord, which is 7, 9, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, all the way up the rest of the guitar. And you just kind of play it like scratch, scratch. That's the same 9, 9, hammer to the 11th on the G. And then finally, that is 12, 11, 13 on the A, D, and G strings. little Hendrix chord in there, which is 11, 10, 11, 12 on all the middle strings, so A, D, G, B. Which is, this higher chord is 13, 13 on the G and B strings, and 17 on the high E. Slide from the 12th to the 14th on the B. And then you slide down from the 13th to the 11th on the G 3 times. After those 3 slides, you slide down to the 9th, hit the 11th on the D string, slide from the 11th to the 13th on the G string, scratch 4 times, slide, scratch 4 times, repeat that over. So slowly for that last part, we've got and that last slidey part is just the 7th and the 9th fret on the A and the G strings, up 2 frets, back down 2 frets. Okay, so that whole section slowly. Grab A and G strings, 2nd and 4th fret. Slide up 2 frets. Hit the E and the D strings in the same frets, 4th and 6th fret. High E and high B together. This is the 4th and the 5th fret on the G and B strings, and pull off that one on the B string down to the 4th fret. So that's 6 and 6 on the D and G strings, and slide them down to the 4th and 4th. So all together. That's 4 on all of the middle strings, so 4th fret, A, B, G, D, 7th fret on the A. So all together. Next part. 4th and the 5th fret on the G and B strings, slide that up 2 frets. 9th fret on the E. First chord is 7, 6, 9 on the A, D, and G strings. Then we change to 9, 7, 6, 6 on the E, A, D, G strings. So basically you hit the 7, 6, 5, 5 on the E, A, D, G strings, and as you pull off, you want to land on the 4th fret on the A string. It doesn't really matter what other strings stop. I take my pinky off the low E because I find that it just gets muffled if I hold that on there. Okay, keep that sliding down though, so that's just from that pull off. You slide down to the 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the low E, and then you do 1 on the G, 4 on the D, 1 on the G, 4 on the A, which sounds like all together. Okay, then we go into like the part 2 of this, I guess. So that's just on the D string, 9, hammer to 11, 8 on the G, 11 on the A. And that is G, B, E on the 9th fret. That is the 16th fret, G, B, E again, 19th fret on the B. That is 13, 12, 12 on the G, B, E strings. You land on the 16th fret on the B. That That is 11 on the D, 11 on the high E, 12 on the B, 11 on the G, 14 on the D. Okay, next is a chord 13, 11, 12 on the D, G, B strings. Slide that down to 11 on the D, and it's 9, 9, 9 on the G, B, E strings. Okay, so once you've got that, grab the two top strings on the 9th fret and slide them up to the 12th. Slide them down to the 7th. When you slide down to the 7th, hit the 9, 7, 7 on the G string. 8, like just leave your fingers barred there on the 7th. Go 9, 8 on the G and play those all as chords. That is 11, 9 on the D, G, and then 9, 8 on the D, G. Okay, so that's the first part of it all together. Okay, and then it kind of repeats. So okay, there's half of that is exactly the same. 5, 4, 4 on the E, A, D, and then you hammer to the 6th on the D. Open E, 5th fret harmonic there. And then, by the way, I've got another video on how to play harmonics better. So if you're having any troubles with harmonics, go and check that out, because I guess I have the capacity to put a link somewhere here, so I'll do that. After you hit that 5th fret harmonic, you grab the 2nd fret and the 4th fret on the E and D strings, and you slide up 2 frets. Okay, and you go on the 4th fret down from the high E. That's 4th fret on the E, B, and G strings, and you land on the 6th fret on the D. Slide up to the 13th fret on that D, which is open B, open E, and then back on the 13th fret on the D string. So all together. And then we're repeating from the previous part. That is repeated except for one note. The only difference is on this. Instead of playing that, you play 1st fret on the G string, 2nd fret on the D string instead of the 4th. 1st fret on the G string, 4th fret on the A string, exactly like it was last time. So there's one note difference in that. I think you can handle that. Next, it does repeat again. After this chord, on the 13, 12, 12 on the G, B, E, instead of it's, which is 11, 12, 11 on the same string. So that is all identical. Pull off from 9 to 8 on the G string, pull off from 11 to 9 on the D string, and then you hammer on the same notes, so the 9th to 11th on the D string, and then the 9th to the 11th on the A string. That last part. Okay, then we're on to section 4. 12, 11, 9, open, open on the A, D, G, B, E string. So every string except for the low E. You tap on the 16th fret on the G string, slide up 2 frets, and then pull off down to this 9th fret. Scratch. You grab the 9th and the 11th fret on the A and the D strings, and you slide up 2 frets. And that's just on the G string, 11, 11, 11, 11, 9, hammer up back to that 11th effectively. 11 on the D, and then 9 on the G, B, E string. So grab the 16th fret on the B, give it a semitone bend, and then down to the 14th. That's the 16th fret on the G, 13th fret on the G, slide down to the 9. And then that's just on the 11th fret on the G, down to the 9th. Grab the 9th fret on the A and the 11th fret on the G, and you slide up 2 frets. All together. I add in a couple of scratches there, you can do that if you want to, but you know, whatever. That's back to the intro. And then you take that one semitone down, so on the E, A, and G strings, it's 4, 3, and 5. Then you do 17, 16, 16 on the G, B, and E strings. And then you go up to the 17th on the high E, so... Okay, and then the little run that we're all here for. This is all legato, so just take it easy. You hammer to the 14th, back down to the 13th, down to the 11th, slide down to the 9th, hammer to the 11th, and back to the 13th, all on the G string. Okay? With that one pick. So 11 pull to 10 on the D string, hammer to 13. Then the last part, hammer from the 11th on the G to the 13th, 14th on the B, 13th pull off to the 11th on the G, 12th on the high E. So slowly. Okay, there's only a few notes peaked in there, just pay attention to that. And then the final run before it all starts repeating is... So that is 9 on the D, 11 on the G, 9 on the B, 9 on the high E. And you just climb up 12, 14, 16, 17, and then 14 hammer on 16. Slowly, that whole section. Alright, then from there, you repeat the intro, you repeat the second part, and then we're on to the solos. Let's do it. I don't know who plays which lines specifically, but I believe that the one that I've covered is Tim's, and for the rest of the video we're going to do Scott's, so kind of the backing guitar part, and then next video we'll do the same where we do all the kind of lead lines up to the end, and then we do the rhythms through the rest. So for the first section of the song, for the intro, it does nothing in the first part, and then when the intro is repeated, it simply copies the intro, so it's exactly the same. There's like 5 main chords that are used through this section, so we're just going to kind of learn them in variations, and there's one little run, so it's not actually that complicated. First chord's the same as the intro. Those chords are 5, 4, 6, 6 on the E, A, D, G strings, and then 4, 3, 4, 5 on the E, A, D string. So next chord, it's C sharp minor, which is just 4, 6, 6, 5, 3 on the A through high E strings. Hold that. Then we do B minor 7, which is 7, 9, 7, 7, 7, 7. And then E dominant 7, which is all strings of the guitar, 12, 14, 12, 13, 12, 12. So all together. Okay, then we do the run. The run is this part. Is exactly the same as in the first section, so go learn that. You grab the 7th and 9th fret on the E and the D strings, and you slide up 2 frets. Then 11, 10, 11 on the A D and G strings, and you, so that's 8, 9, 8 on the high E, 9 on the B, 11 pull to 8 on the G, 10 on the D, 10 on the B. So slowly. Okay. Then we go back to those same chords. C sharp minor, B minor 7, E dominant 7. Then we've got that kind of noise part, which it's the same shape. So basically E A string, you got 5th fret and 4th fret, 6th fret on the G and 7th fret on the high E. Move everything down 1 fret, so you've got 4, 3, 5 on the E, A and G strings, and then 5 on the high E. So that one goes down 2 frets, everything else goes down 1. Back to those chords. And then the final part, which that is, it's just the same chords, 5, 4, 6 on the E, A, G. Take it down 1 semitone. On the 3rd hit, you include the 5th fret on the high E string. Same 3 chords again. Next section. Grab the 4th fret on the D and the G string, and you hammer to the 6th on the D. You hit the 7th on the A string. Slide up to the 12th fret harmonic on the high E. Grab the 16th fret on the D and slide up 2 frets. And then you basically just play the 16th fret on the E, B and G strings down. Straight back down to that D on the 18th fret. Slide that to the 13th fret. So, and then you play on the B and E strings, and you hit that 13th fret on the D string again. So that part, and I'm going to add in a little bit more so you know what it rolls into. So that next part, after you slide down to the, after you've done that part on the 13th fret, you slide up 1 fret to the 14th on the D string, hit the 11th fret on the G, hit that 14th fret on the D again, and then you hit this chord, which is on the G, B and E strings, 13, 14 and 12. So, and that part together is this little slidey bit is all on the G and B strings. It's 9, 9, and then you slide down to 8, 7, and then you slide down to 6, 5. And then open B, 6th fret on the D string. Okay, altogether that sounds like. And then we do 4, 5, 4, 6 on the E, B, E, G strings. So altogether we've got next part. Okay, that is on the G string, 4 hammer to 6, 4th fret on the B string, 6th fret on the D string. Grab the G, B, E strings on the 4th fret, 7th fret on the B, grab the 6th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B, and 4th fret on the high E as a chord. Then you take those fingers off and you bar the same strings, but all on the 4th fret. So all together. Okay, then we've seen this before, which is just 4th fret on all the middle strings. So A string, B, G, D, 7th fret on the A. Then we grab the 6th fret on the A string and the 4th fret on the D string. Slide that down 2 frets. And then, yeah, so all together. Okay, and then we ended off with grabbing the 6th fret on the D and G strings, sliding up to the 9th, and then sliding down to the 4th. So all together. Next section. That's all the same as the previous section. Does change there though, so. Okay, so all that is, hit that chord 11-9-9-9 on the D through high E strings. Hit that 11th fret again, 4th fret on the A, 4th fret on the high E, 7th fret on the B, down to the 5th, 4th fret on the G, 6th fret on the D. So then it doubles that same part. Okay, that's all in the previous section. Then we just got 4 interesting chords. Okay, 11-9-9-9 on the D, G, B, E strings. Then next chord is 15-14-13-13 on the A, D, G, and B strings. And then we've got 9-9-9-9 on the D, G, B, E strings. And then to finish it off, we've got 14-13-12-12 on the D, G, B strings. So okay, and then that's that section. As I said, next video will be the solo with all the other parts. So if that's what you were waiting for this whole video, then you should have listened at the start when I told you what to expect in this video. If not, learn this one. The next one will be up soon. I hope you like it. If you do, please like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.